Welcome back to another video. Today we're playing on a new Overwatch 2 map called Esperanca, and I have Azaria as tank, Mercy Ann as healing, and me and Ashe as DPS. So at the start I like to go straight ahead. You can see there's an opening right in front of me in the blue building here. The blue building is a faster shortcut to go to the point than going on the right side around. Now I want to go up here to the tall tower in the middle and flank around. I see the Orisa, so I will shoot at her so she backs off a little bit. But I will still continue with the plan to go around, because I can usually flank players unsuspectingly here. I have to get that turret and I missed a sojourn a few times, so I have to back. I cannot continue that flank. Now going back I see there's a Kiriko, so I pick her off. But I realized pretty soon here that the fight is lost since we have 3 people down, so I will just back off with the Mercy. When you are backing off with Pharah, it's always better to back off further back, like you will see I will go to the blue building here near the start. That's because a hitscan can sometimes follow you and try to snipe you. So now we are regrouping, and I will take the right side here. The reason is because I can use the cover of the buildings here. You don't want to stay in a choke. I see on the high ground 2 people, I shoot on them, I want them to back off the high ground. After they backed off, I go up here, check so that's certain. I see they're not there anymore. Now I go for the sojourn, since she's backing and is pretty stressed out. Now I'm looking behind the tower here, I want to see if there's anyone there, but they call out that some of them are in the back. The reason this happens, that part of their team is in the back, is because they are not communicating. They don't know that their team was split off and picked off in the front. And now they're trying to regroup, but they are still kinda split up. Now ideally they should do a full regroup here, but they are not doing that. Instead they try to push, still kinda split up. And this makes it so that you see the Orisa is pushing, some of them are pushing and some are backing. Now I get one pick in the Orisa, and the Lucia for some reason decides he's going to go behind us. That's not ideal, he should stay with his team. You can see the Sojourn is on me, then they have another player further with my team, yeah. And they are just splitting up, not playing as a team. Now my team tells me that I should stay near the other teammates, so Mercy can heal them as well. So the next thing that's going to happen is a team fight around the archway, or what you wanna call that, where the second point is. Normally I want to stay above it, but since there is a push so hard here, I decide I'm gonna stay on this point. And she gets antied and we get a pick on her. And the fight is pretty much won for us as soon as we get the Orisa. Now for some reason Lucia decides to fight us up there all alone. That's not very good, so he should have stayed with his team. And now we get the first or second point. Now I'm trying to get some ult charge by shooting some rockets at them when they're coming out here. And I decide I'm going to focus the Orisa since she's kinda low, and to be honest we could pick her off her, she is half HP, but nobody was focusing her and we had a Sojourn behind our team, so we get pretty disoriented that fight. And I should have probably not went for the Orisa so much and backed and waited for the ultimates. And the only way you can know when they are gonna ult is by keeping in mind when they should roughly have ultimates and think about that before team fights. But I forget about that sometimes. Now we lost some teammates here just a moment ago, so we're pretty much staggered right now. And we should not engage them here when we are only 3 or so. Now for some reason I thought I could contest this with the help of D.Va. However, as you can see, it does not work, and by the time they realize I'm only here with D.Va, they commit, and they actually use the Lucia ultimate there, which looking back is very good. They wasted one ultimate just to kill me, so even though it was a fail by me, it kinda, was a pretty okay trade for the Lucia ultimate. So now we are regrouping, and we will try to hold them here. Where the payload is right now, there's an archway. I usually like to stay above that if I can, and we'll see if I do that. Yes, I will do this, and I will try to barrage here. So I get, I think, 2 picks with the barrage here. And it always works because people never look above. and after we get those picks, they are very staggered. You see the Sojourn, and I think their Lucio split off and stuff. Now we are pushing back again, and I have to think what will the next team fight be. And as you can see here around the corner, it will be near this archway, or the enemy team ones. And last fight I was too close to the Orisa, so I would probably use the roof here and go above the archway. It also works because they don't look up. And I think I decide to go above now. This usually works very good, however they did notice me here. But thanks to the Mercy Pocket I managed to get 2 picks. Now I am trying to get the Soldier. The Orisa can't really do a lot to me at this moment. Now me and Ashe get him, but the Orisa does get the ulti on me another time, like the last time we had a fight here. Now I get a res and I can hear the Lucio next to me, so I decide I'm going to pick him off. It's an easy pick, but we get him. And now there will be another team fight. The enemy Orisa plays very well, and she engages us very soon here. And I try to focus her a bit. Now for some reason the Sojourn goes in before the Orisa from the side, and I get the Nano so I can pick her up very quick, and I can just commit her at the Soldier and the Kiriko. Now they got again split up. The Lucio is back, but he's doing his own thing. So as you can see, the Orisa was pushing her own place. Sojourn came from another angle alone. Soldier and the Kiriko were in the back alone, and the Lucio was alone. So they were like in 3 or 4 places at the same time, and that's not really good in a team fight. Now the Orisa is back, and I'm trying to focus her to get her, then we win the fight. She's using cover very well behind the payload. And I decide I'm gonna ignore her and go above them. I go for the Kiriko, but they use Lucio ult and Soldier ult, so I'm gonna hide here. That's another thing people don't do at low rating, they don't hide. As you can see, most of our team hid from that Lucio beat and Soldier ulti. And after the ults were off, we came out from that building and you see cleaned up everyone. So that's something you can think about as far as to hide during a Soldier ultimate or something, and honestly just wait it out. You don't have to go in and pick him off or stuff if you're in a bad position and can't do it. Now I see they have a Widow and this is super dangerous, so I'm gonna have to use a lot of cover. And the thing you can do is, if the Widow can't pick you off and you shoot some rockets, you're making value because the Widow is not getting any value by being Widow and not picking you. I'm gonna go around the building here, try to get the Widow. Now I see the Mercy Widow here. For some reason the Widow doesn't hear me, maybe she has her sound turned off. So I decide to barrage them both. And by the time I do that, my team is pushing the Orisa and we clean them up. So you can see that using cover and positioning as Pharah does a lot more than actually having good aim. I think good positioning and using cover is like more than half of playing a good Pharah. Now sometimes you'll get healers like that Lucio who just don't care on the enemy team and he's gonna do his own thing. But don't take those games personally and just go next until you get a better team and then you can win. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's any questions you have you can leave them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.